Alrighty, lads, welcome back to another episode of my Knights playthrough where we have a lot going on, primarily rebels. Rebels facing the court and country disaster, and I'm definitely considering hiring more troops here, but we are suffering a little bit economically as well. Definitely got a lot going on. I am going to try to fight Mali this episode, and we're going to be accepting demands, increasing autonomy all over our lands, which is going to hurt economically as well, but it is what it is. We've got a lot of money, and we can raid some territories, which is nice. And we do have the potential prospect of actually PUing, well, claiming the throne of Spain and fighting a nation who is pretty much the equivalent of us, and we're in terrible shape to be fighting them, so yeah, I say pretty much the equivalent, maybe stronger. I mean, France and Spain both have stronger military ideas than we do. Let's be honest. So it's gonna be very interesting these upcoming years. I do plan to take Defender of the Faith because that's going to both give us these, morale bonuses and the war exhaustion reduction over time while we're fighting the war, etc. But it's also going to take it away from Spain. So definitely going to be doing that if I am going in against war against him. Otherwise, it's all about the rebels here, guys. Rebels, rebels, rebels. And I'm going to be doing quite some harsh treatment. To kind of keep our absolutism up, but help combat these rebels as well. Hopefully, once we get under 100% overextension, these rebels are much less of an issue because it's, going to reduce their size of the rebel factions that are spawning, but also just help us out in terms of unrest in general. That's the idea. Oh, nice. We can get into defensive position here in the mountains, so that's going to be a breeze taking out that rebel stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how many infantry we had separate there. Oh, inflation went up. Beautiful. That's just what we need. Luckily, our inflation is doing really well. One inflation is not of much consequence. Yeah, speaking of overextension going away, let's try to help out these provinces over here, which are trying to continue with their coring progress. And I'll try to unify both of these stacks so that we actually have some numbers which are comparable. Otherwise, I'm pretty hesitant to do this, guys, but I might just let it kind of time out and be successful, those particularists. But I'm going to be accepting the demands of the particularists. I'm going to keep rolling for an unrest advisor because I kind of, once we core everything up, I would really like to reset my rebel factions if possible. It is 54, the beginning of year 54, 1654, when the court and country disaster is coming to an end. Check this out, guys. Commonwealth ruler's 42 years old, and Tristamar here will, noble rather, will be put onto his throne if they die. So, yeah, don't want to jinx it, but that would kind of be the absolute dream because, well, there it is. Finally, our beautiful 6 admin ruler has finally passed away, and we now have poor legitimacy. So I'm going to be strengthening my government, which does help out our absolutism at least. And let's go ahead and take military points now. Okay, so what's the plan here? If I get it to 50, it's going to be really easy because we just take a conquistador, which I kind of want to do anyway. I have a plan for him. And then do this. Yep. So let's add to a low dev province there. No, Conquistor's 15. I almost made that mistake. God dang, it's not 20, it's 15. Jeez, man. Alright, so, there we go. Wait, what? How did I mismath that? No! Ah! How? How did I mismath that? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. We need 5 more. Ugh. Okay, now I have to remove just something that I do not desire to do. This is going to be so bad. I'm removing clergy provinces, but apparently we can handle that no problem, so... It's the red ones that I wish to remove. Okay. Okay, there we go. Ugh. Military points. Now, we have 5 in military now. That's nice. And we're doing quite well in military points. But I don't like this affecting our unrest, so... Spending more military points feels bad, man. There we go. And again, feels bad, man. Get our legitimacy up. Now we need that royal marriage to... Habsburg Queen. I mean, that's kind of what we want, but they're not going to be around for very long. We need this royal marriage to kind of claim his throne and keep him happy in the meantime. Now, he's at war. Good. He's at war. And he's not going to change rivalries while he's at war. So we're safe in that regard for now. As soon as this colony finishes, I'm going to run in there with my conquistador, assuming he's still alive. I kind of, I'm actually not going to royal marriage you, Austria. Sorry, man. I don't want to spend that 2 legitimacy at the moment. And he's actually happy with us, and we even have a Habsburg Queen, which is kind of my preference, but I don't see it serving us well. Unless maybe, I don't know, our current ruler dies abruptly at a very young age, which I would kind of prefer, you know, not to happen. I'm wondering about vassalizing Ragusa. I might have to take, like, the reputation from the Pope, which I kind of don't want to do. Dude, let's just hire this now. Defender of the Faith, let's do it. It gives us papal influence over time, which we're in need of for, like, the first time ever. Because I want to get my stability back up, as it helps us in the scenario that we're currently in, dealing with all of these rebels. How long does this modifier last? 10 years? I'm going for the... increased tech cost there. Oh god, these engagements are so brutal on the manpower. Feels bad, man. And the economy as well. It affects the reinforcement speed. So this is jungle, thank goodness. We should fare fairly well in this engagement if I can get there before he actually occupies the... Influencing gives trust, that will help. Actually, yes, before he occupies the fort is what I was about to say down there. Okay, our first vassal in a long time. We must have vassalized somebody at some point, but I would be lying if I said I remember who. Now he's going to give us a little bit of tribute, etc. Okay, I would love to be able to actually fight Mali. That, hey, legitimacy up. It costed 400. Starting to feel a bit poor here, guys. This is interesting. Because if we don't give the Ottomans access, theoretically they will be successful. Fadali? There must have been a nation that got annexed. Did he walk in from my land? Uh-huh, he did. Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting. The Ottomans are going to lose that, I think. We should not have a truce if it spawns. I got to make sure that I don't just kind of habitually give him access. Okay, we're finally under 100% overextension. Damn, that was brutal. That was really brutal. And we're about to get even further nearer to zero, and I'm sorry to say that our war against Mali has not even started, so I'd really like to fight a decisive war here, as I am beginning to get some admin points which can be spent once again. It's amazing that Ragusa alone is giving us more tribute than Australia is. Seems quite crazy. But obviously Australia is infinitely more valuable. So they give us that merchant, and they will be giving us the... What? Who's so mad? Hayden. Here, I see, okay. Mamluks are going to spawn down here. Yeah, they give you the tribute, the treasury fleet, whatever it's called. Australia, and they give us the merchant, and they will slowly be expanding to give even more tribute economically within a few years. If only their actual soldiers had any effect whatsoever, that'd be really cool. Australia seems quite useless. I remember when I first, was a noob at this game and I was colonizing Australia. I was thinking about it because the colonial nations pretty much help out in their regions. And I was thinking Australia is really cool because perhaps they're the only colonial nation. See, where's continents? Well, it doesn't show you, but I don't think there is a continents map mode. But yeah, they basically only help out in this region, which is so lame. So, for example, if there were multiple Australian colonies, they would fight each other if you went to war. How, unlike the other nations, they don't fight in Oceania, as this is the Oceanian quote-unquote continent. So I was under the impression when I was a noob that maybe they would, if I was at war with Spain, for example, right now, that they would go, occupy these islands, which is totally what would happen IRL, undoubtedly. I mean, New Zealand would be all over New Caledonia and so on if they were at war. 40% chance of heretics. Huh. Okay, let's just delay. Maybe that will convert in a moment. Now, stupid Mali's tech is actually high, so he's... I say high, it's similar to ours, so he's not a complete pushover. 653. Well now. Don't mind if I do. 653. I've got a feeling that this guy will die before he comes of age. He's protecting trade, that's good. Okay. I feel like maybe we're getting on top of our rebels, and I'm going to take this stack over to fight Mali, because I want this to be decisive here. We're running out of excuses in terms of spending my admin on anything whatsoever. I do have negative 10 on tech though. That's an excuse, for sure. Nice. No rebels spawn, feels good. For once in my life. And I have to, by all means, I cannot forget, it's been 2 years. By all means, I cannot forget that we need to... Nice, economy is recovering. Yeah, have our absolutism up before the end of the Quarter Country disaster. Absolutism is doing just fine right now. And this guy is coming of age soon, guys. 2 years or so. Crazy stuff. Now, what has got me really intrigued is if the Commonwealth will be PU'd. I wonder if they will be PU'd. They share dynasty. We've got good legitimacy and prestige. I'm wondering if the Commonwealth will be PU'd if his ruler dies over a succession war. Even if we had to fight an offensive war against Hungary or Austria, that's totally doable. So that's really interesting me. Oh man, this feels awfully familiar. I wanted to unify these regions and take West Africa. There we go, something like that. Let's just piece Mali out in exchange for nothing for no reason. Right guys, is that the plan? I feel like that's the plan. That's the play, for sure. QQ has some feed potential. I don't want to lose legitimacy. Okay. Once again, dealing with those rebels. That's going to make our absolutism the highest that it's ever been. And I feel like we need to send our navy back around to help us maneuver more quickly. And one of these guys spawned in Negro Pond, I saw that. Where's Coney? Is it up here? Ah, there it is. Okay, mountains. Yeah. Interesting. Let's get manpower. We're not desperate for that legitimacy any longer. I'm just gonna let this time out here. Oh, okay, I thought I had a general here. Let's oh man. Okay, I know what to do. Lose the absolutism, which we will regain in a moment from this event. I need a general. I don't have enough generals, damn it. But we're capped on generals, damn it. One's an admiral, damn it. Sucks. Oh, we can steal fleet though. No, 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 no. Let's just make sure firstly that we are... Okay. Seriously, I feel like I need more generals. Let's get off the fort here. Take the fort. Progress the war as fast as possible. That's what I want to do. Truce is up with Psy. That's a guy we can go conquer. If I can get troops over there. Yeah, dude. Gotta take land. It's the nature of the game, monk. This fleet's a joke. We have favors with Great Britain. Really hoping that Great Britain helps us in the offensive war against Spain if we do, in fact, take the offensive war against Spain. Because, yeah, GB will help us both. Well, in particular at sea, but looks like he definitely has the potential to help us at land as well. Oh man, and I could definitely see myself gearing up for that war and it costing us economically and so on. I could definitely see that. Because as you can see, Spain is basically the equivalent of us, and France is not far behind, and they obviously have good military ideas, better than us. Both of them do, in fact. Alright, let's quickly just siege down everything. Your lands are mine, sucker! Go into the mountains there. He should do well, I think. Uh-oh. Rebels walked there. These dudes. Trying to steal this guy's entire fleet. We've already stole 2 heavy ships from him. Unfortunately, they seem to be outdated heavy ships. Typical. Okay, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. Excellent. Where did I bring my navy? Let's go over to Italy with these dudes. And is this... who is this? Albania. One thing I should consider is I can actually increase autonomy, which is something you basically can never do around this time period. But I can do it if I have an event or something to give us absolutism. I should not hesitate. We've almost got that stability, that will help. Stability from the old pappy. Okay, and I know that there's a raiding we can do. It's just kind of a matter of how much raiding. Ah, stupid rebels, I didn't see them there. Nice, nobility loses influence, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Seems like a struggle to get this last bit of war score. If I could defeat them in glorious combat, that would make it easy, but I can't kind of be bothered. I have no idea where the troops are currently. Let's just finish them off with sieging. definitely getting there. I'm not sure if sitting on the fort demoralizes him when it's already occupied by rebels, honestly. But it will be interesting to find out. Stability up. Feels good. Back up to 3. Yeah, it seems to. Nice. This guy will give it to us in just a second. Next month, probably. The peace deal. Whew, okay, I gotta keep a Hawkeye on this, guys, but it's 2 years. It's 2 years before my truce time comes up. Damn it. Damn it. The Commonwealth pulls in air with high legitimacy, etc. And, oh man, I'm gonna stress. If he has no air, but we have a truce, I'm gonna stress, man, because I'm gonna really want to truce break. And we're a long ways away from this, which I kind of feel like truce breaking is just a no-go. That's how I feel. Ah, really? We're so close. Alright. Where should these troops be? I'm assuming... Let's go take those rebels out, I guess. I'm assuming that I'm not going to be able to get this PU right now, guys. But maybe I will. Who knows? Oh, we're so close. This is so painful. No! No, I don't like either of these. Well, we're losing cash, obviously. Seriously? God dang it. This fort falls and we're good. Just give me your land. Just give me your land. Why don't you understand? This here my land. Frickin' make me go all the way. How rude. Okay, what is this? Tons of unrest. Oh my goodness. Losing autonomy. Years of separatism. Autonomy change. Positive unrest. We're going for that. Alright, well, taking over another big chunk of West Africa feels good. Let's go send a stack down to Southeast Asia, which we might be kind of pulling back here in a moment. I'm kind of wondering about, like, what... Is there anything we can do here immediately to kind of affect our economy positively? Because we're struggling, man. Like, right now we have corruption, so it's not very well represented. We've got a lot of, I guess, good forts to fight this war. And yeah, like I said, hoping that the English would help us. We can see Hungary and Great Britain will help us with this CB, but whether it would help us with, you know, another CB claiming the throne is another story. Okay, let's roll a general. 66. Oh, God, never lucky. I think I will definitely consider rolling generals. If we're fighting a big war like this, like spending some serious military points. Oh no. They might tech up ahead of us though, man. How awkward would that be? And obviously I'd still be having some kind of rebel issues, like down in West Africa. Ah, man. No. No. No, 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 no. No. Hostile attitude. He's gonna rival us, guys. Well, that was our opportunity to PU him, and I think we just lost any opportunity to PU him. The way that we will gain our opportunity again, guys, is expanding until he becomes an invalid rival. Feels bad, man. Well, that was about the 50-50 that I'm talking about, guys. He came of age and he's got a younger brother, essentially. Damn, dude, look at these guys' stats. Holy balls. But here's the thing. These guys are similar in age, right? Maybe next time around, next generation, yeah, we can claim the throne. Now, he's probably going to rival us, but at the very least, he's probably going to break relations with us or something because of the hostile relations. There's a chance that the hostile relations will go away. I'm trying to think, like, can we get above 100 with him? Not really. But he is Tristamar Dynasty. It's not too opportunistic what we're waiting for there. So we still have another shot when he just becomes invalid. He becomes invalid rival if he does rival us, and then we re-royal marriage him and PU him later on. But we're getting towards the end of the game. We really are getting later and later, so the PU opportunities looking slimmer and slimmer. What size is Russia? He's 333. He doesn't seem to have that much reconquest. I mean, he does. This is a lot of development, like the his capital, etc. Yeah. In St. Petersburg, Novgorod. We will definitely consider having Russia just as our subject. Nothing more fancy than that if we cannot PU the Commonwealth. Okay, but we got wars to fight. Whether it's here in West Africa or elsewhere. Like Southeast Asia. I just feel like that would be so easy, so that's where I'm going. Down here with this stack. That helps out our colonial maintenance. We were maintaining, that was costing us 4 ducats a month. One too many colonies there, that definitely helps us out in that regard. Yeah, I'll definitely try to re-ally Spain, but the problem is, guys, we're going to be going back to war, you know, and it makes it difficult. It really makes it difficult for sure. Guess reputation helps, right? Theoretically. Oh my goodness, did I seriously not pick these guys up? Ugh. So tedious. I want to get Holy War CB here, so I'm going to march into that fog territory. a lot of our reinforcing is going away. So that's good. We can begin to gauge. I mean, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like, well, it was probably the play to try to PU him there if we could. But boy, did I feel like it was gonna be rough to fight Spain there. So a part of me is kind of happy that we're not. But that's kind of bad logic. If we did that one really hard Yakka war right now, and it would be difficult to defeat them, then it would set us up really nicely for the future. So probably should have done it. But I mean, how difficult is that to do while we're experiencing this crisis and so on, you know? It's much more chill to just get this over with, without a doubt. Whoa. That guy's got diplomacy. But at least we finally have the CB against him. Okay. My troops are coming along, thank goodness. So, we've got wars to fight out in this area, which certainly are going to be easy. And I'm beginning to stress pretty much the number one thing I want to do with my economy. How much are we spending on reinforcing? Where does it say? Army maintenance. 4 ducats. Okay. I'm definitely thinking about my admin. I want a cheaper admin advisor that's actually going to benefit us. How much tax are we going to get? Okay, so be it. Going to do that for 20% more tax. Gotta spend money to make money. I should definitely consider, my inflation's really low, I should consider trying to steal people's money on peace offers. If we can just get our relations above 100. Oh boy. It's too expensive to go in McGift for 8. I like the fact that he's fighting the war. I think by the time, I don't know. It's such a long war that he's fighting. Just given some time, if he gets above 100 relations, we can just kind of re-ally him up. Because typically a nation will not maintain hostile relations with you when their relations are above 100. They'll flip. Little population event feels good. Okay, where should I be bringing these troops? This definitely seems like a war we can fight. Okay, we got 11 heavies. They all seem to be galleons at a glance. Early Carrack, 1 early Carrack. It's a good navy. Oh, of course this guy's got 5 shock. I want to catch these guys while they're below morale. Get wrecked. Okay, a lot of their sort of numbers have diminished now, I would suggest. Try to win that war as soon as possible. And I guess in between episodes, I will really try to gauge. I mean, we can fight wars now, let's be honest. So fewer rebel-controlled provinces than 1. Where are our rebel-controlled provinces? There. Yep. Okay, so we can get rid of that. Because we're coming up on about 4 years before this is over. So I can get rid of that by handling by accepting. Yeah. So we're doing just fine. And then we're going to boost autonomy. That's the plan. Kind of stressing that Spain will peace out just due to the length of war. I don't want them to do that. Now I'm pretty sure due to war score costs that we can't get 100% overextension here. Okay, I really want those two, but I'm not sure. God dang it. Okay, nice. That's what we're going to go for here. And once we stabilize this up, that's going to give me dominance in this region, I'm fairly sure. If not, we'll go into that soon afterwards. Dude, everybody's just so stable with their, like, dynasties, the legitimacy. It's so awkward. There's a three-way. There's a three-way Habsburg here, and they're all just stable 100% of the time. It's quite upsetting. I don't want to spend military points. I mean, a part of me does, but I don't want to spend military points. This is a really interesting fort to hold. It's going to take a while to siege it down, though, much like this one. Manufacturers spawning. In the Commonwealth territory, I would have really liked to have had that spawn. We could have really done with that extra 300 admin points right about now. And there has been a time where we're kind of rolling in monarch points, and right now is not that time. No, reduce the production efficiency. F you, game. Don't give me that. So I'm going to be taking these up here as it's going to increase in cost. It seems safe to reduce our morale. Sitting at 3 stability. Let's take the 15% tax there. That's a nice bonus to have. Spain's relations are stressing me out, guys. The stupid hostile. Why are you hostile? Why are you hating on me, man? Come on. We should be friends. Oh, geez, that's a pretty big stack as well. That's nasty. If we can pull off these forts, then the rest of this war is going to be a breeze. Ah, these rank 4 forts. I'm going to have most of them with this peace offer. But we're about to core up everything. God, these make the war so much more difficult. I'm going to rush down here and trap him over here. We can take this back before he arrives, then he's going to be trapped as long as we have superior navy. Ah, okay, let's use everything. We are using the show superiority CB. As these wars are going to take a moment to finish here, guys, I am actually going to be ending the episode here in a moment. Nice. Bosnia is leading the war there, and he has 19 tech. But 17,000 particularists in Jerusalem. We're just going to go for the autonomy cost here. We're sitting really nicely with our absolutism, as it is. Please. God dang it. God dang it, dude. Whew. Okay, these guys are trapped. Which should make this war real easy as long as we win at sea. He seems to be intimidated by our fleet, so that's good. And I'm hoping to take this really quickly and then peace out taking this fort, but just land in general. It's 85 overextension. And we hardly have any admin to do anything with after taking up like that. But I'm going to take up for 10%. I'm not going to delay it like that for so long to get the 10% and then it's going to increase in cost. That's not my preference. So we are a little bit admin starved, I'm sorry to say. But I think this is a good enough spot before another event procs or something like that to end the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to keep an eye out for who next to attack, I suppose. With that in mind, we have a lot of options, but we don't have that many admin points. So I think we're in a pretty good spot to just chill and relax a little bit. We don't have any stress, you know. The good news of not being able to fight this war is that we're not stressed, but oh boy, would I really like to PU them. Looks like the Commonwealth's taking yet more land, and the problem is they usually revoke cores. The AI usually revokes cores, so still Russia's looking pretty intriguing in terms of some potential reconquest in the future. But yeah, Russia completely declining, pretty interesting. We've still got a lot to do, man. We still haven't dealt with Ming. Definitely interesting stuff, and these guys, they're never going to fall behind again in tech. In fact, they're probably going to be ahead of us if we're not careful, because he's going to accept manufacturers just like we will. No big deal. Definitely a long way to go remaining, and it's getting later and later into the game. Pressure's on. For sure, the pressure's on, but we can pull it off. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.